Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to Yakim, pushing his truth throughout the four winds. The simplicity of the word Gentiles, okay, because our people, man, they don't get it. No matter what we say through scripture, through spirit, they still just want to see Edom saved. Okay? And it don't even matter with no other people. It's always just Esau. It's always Esau. That shows right there that they know who the enemy is. Okay? They know who the enemy is. Because if Moab or Ammon were our main enemy like that, guess what? They would jump to save them first and put their name in there instead of the white man. Okay? Which is Esau. But no, they always jump directly to the Caucasian, the Edomites. But even with this video, pretty sure people are not going to get it. So hopefully this is edifying to the elect. All right. Romans 9. Start at 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, for my brother and my kinsmen, according to the flesh. Okay, this is Paul. That flesh, right there. It says flesh, the soft substance of a living body. Okay? So, right there, it gives the physical. That's what he's trying to save. Your spirit belongs inside of your physical body. Okay? Your spirit is inside of your physical body. I mean, it's nothing hard to understand about that. Do we walk after the flesh? No. But we're living in a physical body, what our spirit is in. Okay? So they go hand in hand. I mean, people need to understand this, man. He's giving you the answers right here, according to the flesh. That means through sex. That means through genealogy. Okay? Which covers the bones and is permeated with blood of both man and of beast. That tells you now it's giving you beast for an example. Okay? Everybody has a hard shell, a body. Simple. Okay? I mean, it's simple. It says the body of a man, used of natural physical origin, generation, or relationship. So throughout, he's saying he wish he could save everyone throughout his genealogy that's according to his family. Okay? And this is showing you who Yahweh Shai came for right here. He wish he could take on the road that Yahweh Shai took on to basically save the people of his nation. Okay? Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption. The adoption is when Yahweh Shai died on the cross, and to bring back the Israelites, because the split in the northern and southern kingdom, somebody had to bring them back together. Henceforth, when they were separated, they became Gentiles. Okay? And the glory and the covenants, keep in mind, they're going to the Israelites. And the giving of the law went to the Israelites. And the services of the Most High given to the Israelites. But for everybody to get this covenant and this glory, and we've seen they were given the laws, all these things had to take place right here, where it says, I wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, for my brethren. So he knew that Yahweh Shai died for his brethren, according to the flesh, that they may come back to get the adoption of the covenants, the giving of the law, the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom concerning the flesh Hamashiach came. Concerning the flesh, he came to save who? Israel. Okay? Who is overall Most High blessed forever. Amen. Not as though the word of the Most High hath taken none effect. For they are not all Israel which are of Israel. Okay? So, just because they came from that line doesn't mean they're chosen. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, but Abraham was the chosen line. So everybody that came out of that line of Abraham, that trickled down also. But all of these weren't Israel. Okay? They weren't to be saved and get salvation. Okay? This is Galatians 3:16. Now, to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. But we just seen, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. Okay? So it said his seed. Now there, people would think, well, Abraham had many seeds. Okay? If that's the case, why would it say he saith not and to seeds as of many, but as of one? So this kills all the Gentile things of other nations. It says, and thy seed, which is Hamashiach. Okay? So, when everything trickled down through the line of David, King David, on down, Hamashiach, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, came from this line. Okay, and everybody in that line of him is who salvation was to, but they were Israelites. Okay, now through him dying, the northern tribes, they would get a chance to be brought back into the fold through the adoption of him dying. Okay, and we're going to further prove that. And this I say, that the covenant, we just seen in Romans 9 that the covenant was to Israel, that was confirmed before the Most High in Hamashiach, the law, which was 430 years after, cannot disannul. This law to these people, it can't be changed. You know why? Because a part of all those things were coming over here in slavery in ships. Did that happen to anybody of any other nation? No. So how can you partake in something you never were once a part of? If you didn't come over here in slave ships, how are you going to basically, if you didn't go through the punishment, how can you just hop in and put yourself a part of the reward or the undoing of the punishment? You weren't punished. So how are you going to feel relief when you're not punished anymore? Okay? It says, and this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before the Most High, confirmed before the Most High in Hamashiach, the law, which was 430 years after, cannot disannul, that it should make the promise of none effect. So, just like I said, what would be the purpose in us going through all this and having to watch Esau, who has everything on this side, jump into this promise with us? Okay? And it says it should make the promise of none effect. It can't be disannulled, because if it can be disannulled, now the elect can be taken out of it. If it can be changed, why would it be changed? It wouldn't be a promise. It wouldn't stand as a promise if anybody could change it and just jump into it now. Okay, you can't write a contract with someone and then change the contract. Your name, your signature is stamped and it's sealed on that contract. no one can change it because it's between two people. Okay? For if the inheritance be of the law, it is no more of promise, because we'd all be dead. Okay? If it was of the law, we'd all be dead. We wouldn't get the promise, because we sin rapidly on a daily rate. We'd all be dead. It is no more of promise, but the Most High gave it to Abraham by promise. Okay? So it wasn't of the law, it was of promise. We broke the laws. We kept breaking the laws. So he made it by promise to him. But the only thing is, people get caught up with is the Gentile not understanding that the whole nation got this promise, but don't understand that we became Gentiles. Okay? We became these things. Through what? Disobedience. Just like today. Let's say we did call ourselves Americans. Now let's go to a college and pledge in a fraternity. We'll be calling ourselves Greeks. Are we really Greeks? No, we just called ourselves Americans. Just like we, being Israelites, came over here, got used to the customs of America, and call ourselves American. That will make us foreigners to what we naturally are. Okay? It's like what we basically done was we got tied up into America, and we turned our backs on our natural heritage. So if it was people in our land who knew who we really were, and we turned our backs on them, what would they do to us? They would disown us. They would say, you know what? You're no longer part of this family. That will make us what? Aliens. We'll be alienated from our natural state. That's how the northern tribes and eventually the southern two became Gentiles. I mean, it's that simple. But let's go a little further. This is Romans 9:24. Even us, whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. That's a question mark. Okay? So, yes, because the Gentiles were a part of us. But what had to come to pass was, notice you see a lot of this Gentile talk when who comes on the scene? Yahweh Shai. Because through him could they, the northern tribes, be brought back to the fold. This is where you really see the Gentile and all these things in the New Testament. It's nothing but a stumbling block. Okay? As he has said also in Hosea, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved. So he's saying, guess what? You were my people, but now you're not. But it's going, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to come a point in time to where you're going to be again. Notice this is in the book of Romans. The time of Yahweh Shai. Okay? Because he had to break down their wall or petition. Salakia. Okay? And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, who is the them? The Jews and the Gentiles, which are not Jews, but they're northern tribes. Okay? There shall they be called the children of the living power. Now, it says, in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the Most High. It sounds like somebody fell away from something and is being brought back into it. After what? Punishment. And Yahushua came on the scene and died and brought them back into the fold. Esaias also crieth concerning Israel. So it's giving you Hosea and Isaiah. Okay? It's giving you these two right here, right now, as an example. To who? Israel. Prophesied. Though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. Why would that remnant be saved? Because the promise was to Israel, the whole nation. But it's going to be a small remnant saved. And when they come back into the kingdom, the whole nation is going to partake in that promise. All right? It's like this. The Most High made a promise to the whole nation of Israel. Okay? So everybody's in this one house. The northern tribes walked out of the house. Okay? They said, we don't want to have nothing to do with this house. But the promise had already been made to them. And we know the Most High cannot break his promise. So, he said, let them be. Let them go on out there. Punishment is going to come to them. They're not my people right now. They're no longer part of this promise. They are Gentiles now. They're just like the other nations because that's who they want to follow after. But we know the Most High is stuck to his word. He cannot break his promise. So, what happens then? The southern tribe, we walk out of the house also. We all become Gentiles. But beings that the Most High is obligated to keep his word, something had to happen to where we will see at the end of this, a remnant shall be saved. Something had to happen to where these men would wake up and this nation could get the promise and the things that were promised to them. What was that thing? Yahushua died. Now men are back doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. And when he died, that broke down the wall of the northern and the southern tribes not liking each other. Remember, the southern tribe wanted to go after their necks after they saw them wanting to be like the other nations. Okay? So what happened then is Yahushua, he died and he brought those two together. Now the two sticks became one again. That's why you see some camps with northern and southern tribes. It's that simple. They're no longer Gentiles. They're back in their rightful mind state. Okay? Now we're going to read the account in Hosea. Hosea 1, we'll start at 10. Yet, the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured. Remember, we just read that. Or nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, that there shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Now, why would this be quoted in the book of Romans? Because these things actually are coming to pass now. All right? They're coming to pass now. That place where it said you're no longer my people, the first person that we seen this actually happen to was Cornelius. And Peter in the vision. Okay? It's that simple. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together. They were dispersed. Now they're gathered together through Yahushua dying and breaking down the wall of partition, this the division between the northern and the southern kingdom. They became Gentiles, but one woke up first. And the reason it happened like this also, if you go back to Genesis, the 49th chapter, it said that it chose the fourth son because that's who Yahushua came through. Everything will fall in line when he came forth and broke down the wall. All we're looking at is prophecy from the very beginning being fulfilled. We're at the end of this thing, man. Like, seriously. Okay? They were together now and appointed themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. That's going to be a great day. We're back together now. That's why we're going to triumph and be glad. Now, to put the nail in the coffin. This is additions to Esther chapter 10 and I'm going to start at 9. And my nation is this Israel, which cried to the Most High and were saved. For the Lord hath saved his people, and the Lord hath delivered us from all those evils. And the Most High hath wrought signs and great wonders, which have not been among the Gentiles. That has not been among the Gentiles. Okay? Just haven't been among them. So it had to be through Israel. Therefore, he hath made 2 lots. 2 lots for the people of the Most High, and another for all the Gentiles. It's 2 different people. That's why when you read Deuteronomy 7 and 6, it shows clear separations. And these 2 lots came at the hour and time and day of judgment before the Most High among all nations. Why? Because we were scattered. Now, let's go into these 2 nations, because what we have to understand also is that everybody in this movie that we're partaking in, it's 2 main characters. And you see that in every movie you have today. It's 2 main characters. It's a good guy and it's a bad guy. Or it's a good team and it's a bad team. Okay, this is Romans. Let's see about these 2, the Gentiles and the Israelites. This is Romans 9 and 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. This is the good guy. Okay? And this is the one up here in additions to Esther, where it says 2 lots for the people of God. So we have the people of God right here. And Isaac shall thy seed be called. This is the people of God. That is, they which are the children of flesh, these are not the children of God. These are the natural Gentiles. Okay? Simple. And these would be the other lot, and another for the Gentiles. So we have 2 different lots here. And it's showing you which one belongs to the Most High. It's but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Boom. Okay? These are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise is counted for the seed. Through this man's seed will the Most High raise up to the children of Israel a Savior, Yahushua. Okay? And that's through King David. So this is all Israelites. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. Okay, so it's 2 chosen lines being shown here. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Showing Isaac and Jacob now. Okay. It says, for the children being not yet born, keep in mind, one of the children of God and one of the children of the Gentiles. Doing any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election, he chose these 2 to be one for the children of God, the other one for the Gentiles. might stand not of works, but of him that calleth. So he called Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and gave the promise to them. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. So he's showing you the two lots right here. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? Most High forbid. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose, the same purpose that I chose one to be good and one to be bad, is the ones that were good, they would go off, I will punish them and bring them back, and they will praise my name, and the whole entire world would know that they were my people the whole time. And he gets the glory from that. Okay? It says, even for the same purpose I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout the earth. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will? So that's what everybody's going to say. How can you find fault with him for being wicked when you made him like that? You know what I'm saying? Nay. But oh man, like who the hell are you that you should reply unto the Most High? Who are you? Okay? It says, shall the thing formed say to that formed it, him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? You're in no position to ask the Creator, why the hell did he make the wicked to be wicked? You can't go to the director and ask him to change his part in the movie. It's his movie. Hath not the potter power over the clay? Now here's the key point. Of the same lump. Now these two men, Jacob and Esau, they came from the same lump. Now, to make one vessel unto honor. And that's when we go back here and we see, and these two lots from the same lump, one was to honor, and that was the one of the Most High. And the other, right here in it says one vessel to honor and another to dishonor. So the potter has power to make one good and one bad. And the Gentiles were bad, and the seed and the calling of the Yahweh Shem Yahushua was the good. Okay? It says, what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath, to make his power known, endured? So the Lord endured everybody thinking that one of these vessels are, you know what I'm saying, was righteous, but it was fitted to destruction. He allowed all these things to go on because he made a promise to Esau also. He endured with long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. He endured everybody loving them, but they were fitted for destruction. Okay? Long suffering. Do you know how I can imagine how bad Yahushua want to get down here and cut up? Okay? Because that's vengeance. He sees us down here. Not only does he have a thing that he wants to get off of his chest with them when he came, because they made, I mean, that was like embarrassment, bro. And he see us going through similar struggles. Okay? And the end is, so the Most High remembered his people and justified his inheritance. And that's what's going to happen. But the key thing is, the Gentiles are the people that went off, broke the laws that were given to them, and became Gentiles. Now that doesn't mean a person of another nation can slide his way in with them. No, it doesn't go like that. Okay, I hope this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing to y'all, can push the truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.